Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies fans are chaos in denim, loud, unfiltered, and permanently dialed to 11. They don't just watch baseball, they consume it like a contact sport. Every inning feels personal, every call feels wrong, and every postseason heartbreak just fuels the next year's fury. They'll boo their own players, cheer a bench-clearing brawl, and still claim they're the most loyal fans alive. And somehow, they're right. It's a city that wears passion like armor, and baseball is their battleground. When the fanatic dances, it's not just a mascot, it's a cultural event. Phillies fans aren't normal, they're beautifully unhinged, and honestly, baseball would be boring without them. New York Mets. Mets fans are walking emotional contradictions, equal parts hope, heartbreak, and sarcasm. They've seen it all: collapses, chaos, cursed trades, and that one shining miracle in '86. Their optimism is fragile but real. They'll celebrate a walk-off in June like it's October, then immediately worry about the bullpen. The humor is what holds them together: dark, self-aware, and weirdly inspiring. They meme their pain, roast their owners, and still line up every opening day with fresh belief. It's not delusion, it's devotion. Being a Mets fan means loving baseball despite baseball constantly breaking your heart. And every year, they say the same thing. This time, maybe. Atlanta Braves. Braves fans are calm confidence personified. There's no panic, no hysteria, just steady faith in another 90-win season and a playoff run that feels inevitable. Decades of division titles and legends like Chipper and Acuna have built a fan base that doesn't need validation. Every tomahawk chop echoes generations of success. And even after tough losses, there's a quiet belief: we'll be back. They've mastered the art of patient pride, blending Southern hospitality with championship standards. When Atlanta wins, it feels like balance restored. When they lose, they shrug, because deep down, they know this franchise never stays down for long. Houston Astros. Astros fans are baseball's unapologetic villains, and they love it that way. The world can chant cheaters, and they'll just hold up their rings. There's defiance in every cheer at Minute Maid Park, a swagger built from surviving one of sport's biggest scandals. Beneath the bravado, though, is genuine love for their team. Altuve's grind, Bregman's fire, Tucker's rise. They've embraced the hate, flipped it into motivation, and created an identity out of resilience. Critics can't stand them, but Astros fans thrive on it. Winning silences noise, and they've done plenty of that. It's not arrogance, it's evolution. They didn't just survive the fallout, they built a dynasty from it. Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers fans live in a world where expectation meets Hollywood. Every game at Chavez Ravine feels like a premiere. Celebrities in the crowd, stars on the field, and a city that demands excellence. They're loud, confident, and a little dramatic, but that's LA. They expect greatness, not hope for it. There's pride in the pinstripes of Dodger blue and the echoes of Koufax, Gibson, and Kershaw. Losing isn't tolerated, it's analyzed, dissected, and forgotten by the next homestand. To outsiders, they seem spoiled. To Dodgers fans, they're just living up to legacy. Winning isn't a wish here, it's an obligation, and they wear that pressure like couture. San Diego Padres. Padres fans are coastal cool with quiet conviction. For years, they endured mediocrity and sunshine, watching stars come and go. But something changed. Tatis, Soto, Machado. Suddenly, the city believed again. They're not rowdy, but they're resolute, showing up with tan lines and team pride. San Diego doesn't scream, it smolders. Petco Park is their cathedral, where laid-back optimism meets long overdue ambition. They know heartbreak, but they also know how to move on, gracefully, with a smile and a surfboard. Padres fans have evolved from patient to proud, from hopeful to hungry. And when they finally get that ring, the beach might never sleep again. Chicago Cubs. Cubs fans are sentimental dreamers trapped between nostalgia and frustration. They toasted 2016 like salvation, only to watch that magic slowly fade. Still, they pack Wrigley every summer, half for the baseball, half for the feeling. The ivy, the bleachers, the sunshine. It's church disguised as a ballpark. They mock themselves as lovable losers, but there's quiet ambition underneath the charm. Every rebuild feels personal. Every homegrown rookie becomes a beacon of hope. Cubs fans don't just root, they reminisce, reflect, and believe, even when reason says not to. Because if the Cubs taught the world anything, it's that miracles can happen. Sometimes you just have to wait a century. St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals fans are baseball's traditionalists, respectful, loyal, and just a little smug about it. They believe they love the game the right way, and honestly, they might. The city breathes fundamentals and history, from Stan Musial to Molina to Arenado. There's pride and consistency, but lately, cracks have formed. Losing seasons sting more in St. Louis because excellence feels like entitlement. The fan base isn't angry, it's confused, wondering where the Cardinal way went. Still, Busch Stadium buzzes with optimism every spring. Their patience might waver, but their presence never does. In St. Louis, baseball isn't entertainment, it's identity, and they'll protect it like a family heirloom. San Francisco Giants. Giants fans are the poets of baseball, reflective, loyal, and steeped in nostalgia. They've seen dynasties rise and fade, yet their devotion never wavers. Oracle Park is more than a stadium. It's a sanctuary of sea breeze, garlic fries, and legends. Giants fans cherish defense, strategy, and the quiet beauty of a 2-1 wins. When they cheer, it's earned, not automatic. They embody the balance of grace and grit, always classy, rarely loud. For them, baseball isn't chaos, it's art. And the Bay's rhythm beats in orange and black. Boston Red Sox. Being a Red Sox fan is like living in an emotional blender. Joy, rage, nostalgia, and heartbreak swirl together in a single ninth inning. Fenway Park isn't just home, it's a cathedral of contradictions. They love their team passionately and criticize them ruthlessly. Every slump becomes a crisis, every win feels redemptive. The ghosts of 2004 and 2018 loom large, fueling impossible standards. Red Sox fans don't do calm, they do catharsis. Yet beneath the noise lies fierce devotion, passed down like family heirlooms. Boston doesn't just cheer, it feels. And through every collapse and comeback, they keep showing up. Because chaos is part of the charm. Before we continue, subscribe if you live for that kind of beautiful baseball madness. New York Yankees. Yankees fans carry themselves like baseball royalty, and with 27 rings, who can blame them? Every season is championship or bust. Every loss a national tragedy. They don't just expect success, they demand it loudly. There's no middle ground. Either the team's elite or everyone's fired. But beneath that arrogance lies deep reverence for history. Ruth, Gehrig, Mantle, Jeter. They live for moments, not months. A simple walk-off feels like destiny fulfilled. Booing their own players isn't disloyalty, it's tough love wrapped in pinstripes. To be a Yankees fan is to live with pressure, pride, and permanent high standards. They don't rebuild, they reload. And for them, baseball isn't a pastime, it's an empire. Seattle Mariners. Mariners fans are quiet romantics, faithful through the fog, patient through the pain. They've endured decades of near misses and heartbreaks, but never stopped believing. There's beauty in their persistence. Every late season rally feels like destiny knocking. They've seen stars like Griffey, Ichiro, and Felix come and go, yet their love remains unbroken. They aren't loud, but they're loyal. And when T-Mobile Park roars, it's spine-tingling. This is a fan base that values heart over hype, effort over ego. Every season begins with cautious optimism and ends with poetic reflection. In a league of instant gratification, Mariners fans are proof that real devotion takes time and patience that never runs dry. Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays fans are the polite powerhouse of MLB, loyal, passionate, and proudly Canadian. They cheer hard but stay humble, filling Rogers Centre with maple leaf pride. It's not just Toronto's team, it's Canada's. And that makes every game feel national. They've embraced players from every corner of the globe, blending cultures under one roof. Guerrero Jr. and Bichette have brought back swagger, but fans haven't forgotten the bat flips of Bautista or the heartbreaks that followed. There's optimism, humor, and a dash of national unity in every chant. Jays fans don't demand perfection, they just want relevance. And when that postseason energy hits, it feels like the whole country's at the ballpark. Minnesota Twins. Twins fans are the embodiment of Midwest steadiness, reserved, loyal, and quietly hopeful. They endure freezing Aprils and long summers without complaint, cheering through snow flurries like it's tradition. They've seen greatness, Kirby Puckett, Joe Mauer, Johan Santana, and they hold those memories close. But every October brings the same cruel pattern, heartbreak, yet they never waver. There's something wholesome in their optimism, something enduring about their patience. They love small ball, humble players, and clean fundamentals. Target Field feels like home, warm, welcoming, and built for family. Twins fans don't chase fame, They chase faith. Because in Minnesota, believing in the impossible isn't foolish, it's mandatory. Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers fans are baseball's backyard family, warm-hearted, beer-fueled, and forever optimistic. Every home game feels like a neighborhood party, complete with grilling, laughter, and hope. They've been waiting decades for that elusive title, but it never kills their vibe. Miller Park, or AmFam Field, as they begrudgingly call it, is more than a stadium. It's a summer tradition. Brewers fans live for Yelich bombs, sausage races, and the sound of cracking bats. There's no entitlement, no drama, just pure joy for the game. Even in losing seasons, the parking lots are full and the faith is alive. In Milwaukee, baseball isn't an event. It's a lifestyle shared over bratwurst and belief. Kansas City Royals. Royals fans are loyal dreamers with blue-collar pride. They've felt the sting of irrelevance, but never let go of hope. Their 2015 championship still feels like a fairy tale, a small market miracle that proved heartbeat's payroll. Kauffman Stadium glows with community spirit. It's family picnics, fireworks, and long-standing faith. The fans know the team's flaws, but love them anyway. They don't crave spotlight. They crave belonging. Royals fandom is less about winning and more about weathering the storm together. Every season starts with optimism and ends with barbecue-fueled reflection. For Kansas City, loyalty is generational. You don't choose the Royals, they choose you, and somehow they always bring you back. Chicago White Sox. White Sox fans are the definition of gritty loyalty. Raw, vocal, and fed up with excuses. Living in the Cubs' shadow has hardened them, but it's also made their passion real. Every blown lead feels personal. Every rebuild another test of faith. Yet through it all, they stay loud, proud, and unfiltered. The Southside crowd doesn't do pretense. They want hustle, not headlines. They've seen greatness before. '05 still echoes, and they crave it again. Their bond with the team isn't polished, it's personal. Sox fans love baseball the way Chicago loves pizza. Deep, messy, and full of attitude. And when the team finally delivers, the city shakes from 35th to Wabash. Cleveland Guardians. Guardians fans are the working class heartbeat of baseball. Modest, loyal, and endlessly patient. They've endured more heartbreaks than celebrations, but they show up anyway. Progressive Field feels like a blue-collar cathedral, full of laughter, grit, and quiet pride. These fans value effort over ego, passion over payroll. They've learned to cheer through rebuilds, savor underdog wins, and hope without expectation. Cleveland baseball isn't glamorous, but it's honest. Every fan in that park carries decades of family memories, of near misses, long summers, and belief that never dies. Guardians fans don't need fame to feel proud. They just need the next pitch, the next chance, and the eternal rhythm of the game they love. Detroit Tigers. Tigers fans are forged in grit. Detroit's tough and its fans match that spirit. Blue-collar believers who never stop showing up. They've lived through rebuilds, watched stars come and go, but the loyalty never fades. Comerica Park isn't just a stadium, it's a monument to endurance. Tigers fans love hard, criticize harder, and still hope like it's 1984 again. They carry the city's soul, tough, loyal, and unshakably proud. Every young prospect becomes a new reason to dream. Every rally a glimpse of revival. Even in lean years, the fans roar. Because in Detroit, baseball isn't just tradition, it's defiance. It's proof that no matter how rough things get, you keep swinging. Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates fans are the quiet survivors of MLB, hopeful yet hardened. They've seen promise collapse too many times to count, yet they still fill PNC Park with that golden glow of optimism. There's humility here, no arrogance, just honest fandom. They know ownership's flaws and still cheer for every spark of life. The view of downtown, the bridges, the skyline, it's all part of their baseball ritual. Winning feels like a gift, not a guarantee, and that makes every moment special. They don't expect championships, they expect effort. Pirates fans aren't loud, they're lasting. Through losses in lean years, they stay proud of the black and gold. Because giving up, that's never been in their playbook. Cincinnati Reds. Reds fans are baseball's time travelers, living in the present, but forever anchored to the glory of the past. The Big Red Machine isn't just nostalgia, it's a living standard that defines their pride. Great American Ballpark hums with that legacy. Families passing down stories of Rose, Bench, and Morgan like scripture. Even in rough seasons, fans hold tight to that identity. Hardworking, proud, and loyal to the last out. There's comfort in tradition, in the crack of the bat against the Ohio River breeze. They might not have the flashiest team, but they've got history. And for Reds fans, that's enough to believe the next great chapter is coming soon. Baltimore Orioles. Orioles fans are the definition of patient payoff. After decades of false dawns, they're finally watching light pour back into Camden Yards. The crowd's young, vibrant, and loud again. Orange shirts, loud chants, and that contagious energy of genuine hope. Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman aren't just players, they're redemption in cleats. These fans have earned this moment after years of heartbreak. They stuck around when others bailed, and now their loyalty's being rewarded. Every game feels like a revival, every win a victory for endurance. Orioles fans don't take success for granted. They've seen darkness, and that's what makes the sunshine in Baltimore so much sweeter. Tampa Bay Rays. Rays fans are baseball's minimalists, quiet, clever, and fiercely loyal despite constant doubt. Their team operates like an algorithm, winning on efficiency instead of flash, and fans have grown to love that. They don't fill stadiums for the spectacle. They come for smart baseball. They're used to being underestimated, and they like it that way. Tropicana Field may lack glamour, but the loyalty inside it is real. Every playoff run feels like a victory for logic over money. They don't need to shout. They let the box scores do the talking. Rays fans are proof that intelligence and devotion can coexist. And somehow, year after year, they keep proving everyone wrong. Texas Rangers. Rangers fans are proud survivors of almost. Heartbreakers turned champions. For decades, they waded through near misses and gut punches. But 2023 finally changed everything. That World Series wasn't just a win, it was validation. The fan base is passionate but grounded, blending Texas bravado with baseball humility. Globe Life Field roars like a rodeo, fueled by loyalty, barbecue smoke, and long-awaited joy. Rangers fans know pain, it's in their DNA, but they also know pride. They stood tall through collapse, and now they stand taller with rings on their fingers. It's not just baseball in Texas, it's identity. And after all those years of heartbreak, the state finally got its redemption story. Arizona Diamondbacks. D-backs fans are desert warriors. Quiet most of the year, electric when it matters. Phoenix doesn't always scream baseball town, but when the Diamondbacks go on a run, the valley erupts. These fans may not fill every seat in April, but come October, they show up in force. There's a scrappy underdog spirit baked into their identity, rooted in that 2001 miracle and reignited by youthful stars today. They don't chase attention, they chase grit. Arizona fans live for moments like walk-off chaos and improbable upsets. They've learned to thrive without spotlight or payroll. In the heat of the desert, this fan base stays cool, loyal, and ready to strike when nobody's watching. Colorado Rockies. Rockies fans are baseball's mountain romantics, chasing sunsets and home runs in the thin Denver air. Coors Field isn't just a ballpark, it's a summer escape, filled with laughter, beer, and breathtaking views. Winning might be rare, but the vibe never fades. These fans don't cling to standings, they cling to moments. Watching Arenado's glove work or Blackmon's beard era was enough to make every season worthwhile. They're hopeful, forgiving, and fiercely proud of their team, even when the front office tests their patience. Rockies fans understand baseball as beauty more than results. They come for the love of the game and stay for the magic of the mile-high night. Miami Marlins. Marlins fans are small in number, but mighty in spirit. They've seen it all: fire sales, relocations, and the heartbreak of dismantled rosters right after winning it all. Yet somehow, the faithful remain. In a city known for transients, their loyalty feels rare. Lone Depot Park might not always be full, but when it is, the energy feels tropical, lively, unpredictable, electric. The fans who stay aren't here for the hype. They're here for the love of baseball itself. They've accepted chaos as part of the charm. Every homegrown player is a reason to hope. Every playoff push a celebration. Marlins fandom isn't about numbers. It's about heart that refuses to fade. Oakland Athletics. A's fans are rebels with a cause. They cheer and protest, wave banners in defiance, and chant through heartbreak. Their loyalty is a rebellion against greed, relocation, and apathy. These fans love their team so fiercely, they've turned resistance into ritual. The Coliseum may crumble, but their pride doesn't. Sell the team isn't just a slogan, it's a love letter to what baseball should be: community, tradition, belonging. The green and gold faithful show up not for ownership, but for each other. They are the purest form of fandom, rooting for a team abandoned by everyone except them. And no matter where the franchise goes, Oakland will always own the soul of the Athletics. Los Angeles Angels. Angels fans are the quiet sufferers of modern baseball. They've witnessed the impossible: two generational talents in Trout and Ohtani, only to watch the team stumble again and again. Their fandom isn't loud, It's weary. But beneath that exhaustion is deep, aching love. They still fill the seats, hoping for miracles, hoping management finally gets it right. It's heartbreak on repeat, but they endure because hope is harder to kill than momentum. Angels fans are baseball's empaths. They feel everything, even when the rest of the league stops paying attention. They may be stuck in limbo, but they still believe. And that belief, fragile as it is, keeps them coming back. Washington Nationals. Nationals fans are quiet believers with the memory of 2019 glowing in their hearts. That underdog run wasn't just a championship, it was a love story between city and team. Since then, it's been rough, but the faith hasn't vanished. There's a calm optimism in the crowd now, a sense that baseball karma will swing their way again. They're not brash or bitter, they're steady, sipping beers in red caps, waiting for the rebuild to bloom. Nats fans know what rock bottom looks like, and that's what makes hope sweeter. They've tasted glory. They can wait for another sip, because in Washington, patience isn't weakness, it's wisdom earned from the climb. If you made it this far, you're clearly part of baseball's real fan base. So go ahead and watch this next video here, which YouTube thinks you are going to love.